Hey, good morning everybody. I'm back in my kitchen again and I'm doing some really cool stuff today. I had a big pack of chicken breasts and it was close to 10 pounds, and basically what I did, I cubed them. As you can see, they're in nice little cubes. No broth, no salt. I will can them just the way you see them. And I wanted to show you the jars. They're very full because when you're cooking meat, this will cook down a little bit and probably settle in about here. So you want to really fill your jars, and I also push down on my chicken as I'm filling so it fills a lot of the air gaps. So you want to do that as well. And I'm also going to be canning some deer meat today. I have my lids here, my seal, my rings here. So I'm ready to go for this batch, and then I have my computer because I'm also monitoring some stuff on Facebook. In this sink is half of a deer I was given, rough butchered. So this is going to be my first experience with handling deer meat since I was way younger. So I'm going to be slowly defrosting this and getting this ready to can as well. So as it defrosts, I'm going to start cubing it and getting it ready to go in jars. I saved a chicken breast for dinner tonight. That will go in the pressure cooker with something, I'm not sure what, but that's going to be dinner tonight. I have my stereo going, so I'm actually home alone today, which has been unusual for the last 4 months. Then I also have all this food here. This is my dehydrator. We're not putting that away, but I have all this food. Okay, my battery died, but I want to show you I have a ton of raisins that I'm going to put back. These are instant mashed potatoes, more raisins. I got cornmeal mix. I've got Great Northern beans, some rice. This is all rice. This is rice. Now all this rice has been, whoop, I'm going to have a mess if they spill. But it's, oh, hold on, I got a phone call. Okay, back to what I was talking about. Every time I get rice, I do put it in the freezer, and most of my rice stays in the freezer at least 3 to 4 days, and that's to kill any larvae, eggs, anything that might be living in the rice. And I have a sub-zero freezer that we use for that. And I got, as you can see, I got a ton of rice to put back. I got some pasta to put back, and here's another quick grits that we're putting back. So I have a lot of stuff that's going back into storage. Punky wants to say hi. Say hi, Punky. He's my talker. Well, not Ginger and Cody want to say hi. You want to say hi, everybody? Yeah? Yeah, Cody's like, yes, yes. Alright, those are my pets, just so you all know. But I'll be recording my process today because I don't know that I've ever done a video on canning chicken, and especially not canning deer meat, because I've never canned it before. But it's a very simple process. You get your meat into reasonably consistent size cubes, you fill your jars, you clean your rims, you put your seal on, you put your ring on, and you get them in the canner. My area, it's 10 pounds for 90 minutes. And I don't know what your area will be, so you have to make sure you find that information out. The dogs are over here sniffing at that deer meat. They know it's something different in the house. But I'm going to get this chicken in the canner, and as I get some of the stuff done today, I'll bring you along on the process, especially for the deer meat. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, here's where I'm at. I am working on the deer meat now. I've got, oh good Lord, I didn't count them, but I got at least 6 pints of chicken and 2 pints of deer meat already in the canner, and I'm heating it up because the meat is very cold, so I made sure my water was not boiling hot. I actually had to take some hot water out and put some cold water in to dilute it. And I also have vinegar in here to keep those jars from getting that buildup of sediment and water. So that's some of the things I'm working on right now. I have only 4 clean jars, so I am cleaning jars as well. So right now I got my sink full of, these are brand new jars, so I have to clean them. And I'll clean these, let them drip for a few minutes, and then they'll go over by the stove to be filled. And what I'm trying to do is, while the canner is actually under or going up to pressure and under pressure, I'm going to be working on things in the kitchen so I can be right by my canner, because you never want to walk away from your canner until you're very comfortable with the canning process. But keep in mind, if that pressure drops below your 10 pounds, you got to start all over again. So I don't want to waste my day that way. So I'm going to be doing things in the kitchen or right around the kitchen to keep a very close eye on things. And I have an absolute mess, but I'm working on it. All right, we'll be back in a little bit to bring you another update. Okay, I'm back. My first batch of the chicken is done and out of the canner. As you can see, it's still bubbling in there. Look at that. These jars will start pinging here in a minute. You can see those bubbles going? Wow. That one's really still cooking really hard. And this here is the deer meat. Very hot yet. I'm barehanded here. So that's the deer meat. You can see I had it filled pretty much all the way up to here. And you see how much it cooked down? And you'll see that I'm going to burn myself really good here. You'll see that the chicken looks pretty full, but the chicken had more fat in it than the deer meat. So a lot of that's the fat and juices that cooked out of the chicken. There's definitely a difference in the look of the cans. I can still see some bubbling going on in the deer meat. Right there, see that? Still bubbling. So I'm going to get my next batch ready to go. And I haven't gotten much done other than I'm sweeping the house. I'm kind of like a little disheartened handling the deer meat, but I'm going to deal with it and get through it. It's harder to clean up the deer after the fact that it's been frozen than if I had gotten it fresh off the bone myself. So we'll get through it. Alright, when I get done today, I'll show you a final update for the day and let you see how much I get done. Hopefully I get at least 2 to 3 more batches done today. I want to process this whole deer today. So I'll be back in a little bit again. Okay, I've got another 8 pints of deer meat ready to go in the canner, and I wanted to show it to you. It's all diced up just like I did my chicken. As you can see, nice and diced. And it's actually was frozen, so I'm getting a lot of blood in there. So I might drain some of that out, but I'm getting ready to put my seals on, and then my rings are going to go on. And this is the finished batch, and every one of these jars are sealed. So everyone has pinged and gone down and done what it needs to do. In fact, I'm going to move my chicken away from my deer, so I have room for more deer meat when it comes out of the canner. There. That'll give me plenty of room. As you can see, I set up a pretty large work area because I've never canned a whole deer before, and I'm not sure how far this is going to go or how long my back's going to hold up to process the meat today. And I still have 2 bags of meat in the cooler and 1 partial piece here that I have to finish cutting up. So I know I have at least 1 more batch of 8 pints that I can process yet today. So I'm going to get these in the canner, and I'll show you these when they come out of the canner. Right now it seems to be going fairly easy. The meat is defrosting a lot faster, so I'm able to cut it and get it in the jars a little quicker. But as you can see, I started at about 8:30 this morning. It's 11:45, so time's a wasting. Alright, I'll be back in a little bit to show you the finished product. Okay, I just took my second batch of venison, deer meat, whatever you want to call it, out of the canner, and we're already getting pings, so most of these jars have already sealed. And I have my next batch ready to go. Unfortunately, my seals are not hot, so I got to reheat them. It's a long process getting these jars and the meat cut off the bone, because most of the meat's on bone right now. So it's a long process. We're getting there. We're going to have this batch going probably within the next 15 minutes. We just got to get these seals heated up and softened and let this water cool off a little bit, because these jars are not, this is not a hot pack, so we can't put ice cold things into boiling hot water. So we're going to let this cool down, and we're going to let that heat up, and then we'll have our next batch in. Right now there are 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 pints of meat put back today, and this is an additional 8. And we're going to finish filling this jar here in a few minutes. But I wanted to keep bringing you along. It's now 1:52 in the afternoon, so the day is going, and I have to soon start thinking about dinner as well. So I'll be back when I'm done. Alright, final update for the canning. Yes, that's a good sound. That's my last 3 jars. Just came out of the canner. And as you can see, I got quite a bit done today. I'm exhausted. All the scrap meats that we couldn't feel comfortable using or was just too full of the fat and stuff, I cooked down, and this is now going to be dog food for the dogs. I still have some cooking. I'm cooking it right off the bone as well. And then I have these big pieces here that I'm cleaning off the bone, and the dogs are definitely hanging around. He's not going anywhere. He wants some more. I already gave him a taste. But yeah, I'm done canning. It went very, very well. 100% success rate on the sealing of the jars. Now I will let these jars sit here till probably tomorrow or Wednesday, just to make sure they're undisturbed and they have a really, really good seal. And then I'll be packing them back in the cases they came out of for going back to the pantry room for storage. And that's pretty much the update. I hope you all enjoyed coming along. It's deer meat and chicken and dog food. Have a blessed day.